Australia, the United States and allies have issued a joint statement calling for an immediate 21-day ceasefire along the Israel-Lebanon border. North America correspondent Jade McMillan has the latest.
Well, this is a joint statement that has been signed and released by a list of countries, including the United States and Australia. The statement reads that the situation on the border between Israel and Lebanon has become intolerable and presents an unacceptable risk of a broader regional escalation. What these countries are calling for is an immediate 21-day ceasefire along that border. US officials are arguing that would create space, in their words, to then work towards a more permanent agreement. They say a settlement that would allow residents to return to their homes. Those US officials are also arguing that a 21-day ceasefire would again create space to try to work towards a ceasefire in Gaza. This proposal, though, does not include an immediate ceasefire in that region. Now, this joint statement was worked on, negotiated on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The White House is describing it as a breakthrough, but US officials held a background call briefing journalists on what had been agreed to, and they were asked in that call whether or not that description was premature, given that we haven't heard yet from either the Israeli or the Lebanese governments. These officials suggested that they would be making public responses in the coming hours. We also heard briefly from the US President Joe Biden as he arrived back at the White House, having only recently addressed the UN General Assembly. He pointed to this statement. He said that the US had generated significant support for it in Europe and from Arab nations. He said it's important the war does not widen, and he said that he would have more to say on this subject tomorrow.
The proposal comes after Israel's army chief told troops the military is preparing for a possible ground operation in Lebanon. Retired Major General Gus McLaughlin, who served as a UN peacekeeper in southern Lebanon, says he's not surprised by the development.
Oh, it's definitely deep in planning. And of course, they will have planned this and reviewed their actions in 2006. This is a known contingency for them. They will have active, what we call war plans, that detail all the routes and actions, which units will be assigned to which area. Those units will be aware of their missions and tasks. So this will be a deliberate activity from the Israelis, not something that they will do on the fly. That said, this is a terribly difficult terrain. Having been a peacekeeper and moved through that area for over a year, there are narrow, deep ravines where people can hide. It is said that Hezbollah have created tunnels and ambush holes and mouse holes in buildings where they can fire on advancing Israelis. The level of technology in Hezbollah, even since 2006, has gone up. We will see advanced anti-tank guided missiles and longer-range missiles that will be hitting at Israeli troops from well north in Lebanon. So this is a very, very difficult and dangerous location. Now, that said, the Israelis are a well-drilled military, and it's possible that they will have learned a lot, but I would not like to be leading a military operation into what is effectively a hornet's nest.